Hey there, I'm Kyle Weston with the Dave Friedman team at Keller Williams here in Charleston, and I help buyers, sellers, investors, and relocating families pick the right spot to live in and around the city of Charleston every single day. And today we're going to break down the differences between James Island and Johns Island so that you can make an educated decision about which one you want to buy or sell and which one is the right fit for you. Okay, let's dive right into it. Item number one, we're going to talk about the location and the commute. James Island is definitely closer than Johns Island, and without traffic, you can be over the bridge from James Island to Charleston or vice versa in 5 minutes to 20 minutes if you're on the close side or the far side. That's not bad. If you're in Johns Island, for example, that's a little further west. It's going to be a little further from downtown, and when there's school traffic in the mornings and commuting traffic in the afternoons, it can be a little bit of a pain to get to and from. It could take you about half an hour to 45 minutes if you're driving with everybody else in the car at those peak times. So to reiterate, you want the closer location, pick James Island. If you want the further west location, a little bit more removed from Charleston, pick Johns Island. There's still a ton of new construction happening out in Johns Island. Maybe you'd snag a deal doing that too. Item number two is the housing and the prices between the two cities. What's the major difference? James Island, being a little closer to downtown Charleston, is going to be a higher price per square foot. If you're purely basing your decision on price, Johns Island is going to have the lower price per square foot on average. And like I just mentioned, there's also still a ton of new construction happening there in a more affordable monthly payment range because they help you cover closing costs, down payment assistance programs, and they already did an interest rate buy down for you in a lot of circumstances. So if you want to see a side-by-side comparison of the two, there you go. In terms of price only, we can take a deeper dive if you wanted to talk about existing homes versus the new construction options. James Island is going to have a larger range of older homes to pick from compared to Johns Island, which has a greater mix of old and new still being developed. All right, let's also talk about lifestyle and amenities. James Island is going to be closest to the most popular public beach around Charleston, and that's Folly Beach. Traffic in and out of there on a Saturday in the summer is not fun. Just make sure you show up early enough to claim your spot. But Johns Island also has access to beaches. They're just a little more private, tougher to get into. Kiowa Island and Seabrook Island. Very expensive as well. If you're looking for a day to get away at the beach, James Island is definitely your choice. But Johns Island, on the other hand, while still a little more rural and a little more removed from downtown Charleston, has a ton of new stuff popping up along Maybank Highway's corridor and up and down River Road. Let's talk about the school system in both of these towns. Now, Johns Island and James Island are both part of Charleston County School District. They're going to be serviced by the same resources, the same board of educators, you name it. It's pretty much the same. Now, Johns Island being the faster developing, the still growing part of town, they're going to have more newer schools being built over the next decade or so. If that's important to you to have a newer set of schools, maybe Johns Island is right for you. If it's more important for you to have the established education district, go with James Island. James Island Charter High School is one of the ones that's drawing a big crowd at the moment, but the public school system is just fine. Now, item number five, I touched on a little bit earlier, that's the nature and the green space. Johns Island definitely wins on this one. Even though James Island County Park is a popular destination in James Island, Johns Island definitely has a lot more of the green space and a little more elbow room if that's what you're looking for. James Island is going to be your pick if you enjoy walkability, proximity to downtown, and proximity of established restaurants, bars, things of that sort. Now, being a real estate agent, of course, we have to talk about the real estate outlook. Johns Island, as we mentioned a few times, is the faster growing and the one that still has more room out of the two towns. James Island, established, mostly built out already, and the appreciation there is steady. If you're looking for an investment opportunity before the prices get outrageous when the new construction is done, Johns Island is still hanging on to the more affordable side of things. And I'll show you the average price point of both towns, here for James Island and here for Johns Island, and I'll let you take your pick. Hey, thanks for sticking around until the end of the video. If you're still trying to decide between Johns Island and James Island, I can do a deeper dive into any other criteria you want if I didn't cover that today for you. But as always, if you look below, you can pick up my free Charleston buyer guide that I've tailored to this part of town. It's got my headshot all over it. I did make it myself by hand, well, in Canva, but you get the point. You can also look below for my comment section. You can look for contact info, and you can look for a scheduling link so that you can book time in my calendar any day of the week, whatever works for you. Or as always, a call or a text is just fine. Thank you again for sticking around. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, follow so that you can stay up to date on all the videos I post weekly on buying, selling, and investing in the Charleston market.